Mike.
Hey, Sully, how are you this morning?
Got your 2 Diet Cokes in you? Ready to roll?
I'm ready to roll, ready to go. I might have 3 in me at this point. So it's playoff time, so you got to get up ready to go.
There you go, man. You going to be down at Mainland today?
No. We'll have 2 guys there at Mainland for that boy-girl doubleheader. I'm actually headed to Woodbury at 1 p.m. for the Wildwood Woodbury Boys Group 1 semifinal. And then at 6 o'clock, I'll be headed over to St. Augustine Prep for St. Augustine and Notre Dame in the South Jersey non-public A semifinal.
Look at this guy, a little tour of South Jersey.
Yeah, not bad. It's this time of day. Saturday, it's a good day during the playoffs because games are kind of spaced out. It gives you a chance to see 2 games. And I really want to see, Keon Flanders of Wildwood. He averages about 28 a game. Junior guard. I think he had 40 points in Wildwood's first playoff win, sank 7 threes, and then he came back in the next game, made 5 threes, and scored 34 points. So I'm kind of interested in seeing exactly kind of really interested in seeing him play today.
Yeah, and then you got a real nice game, Prep against Notre Dame. Prep's been on a roll. They've only lost, I believe, 2 games this entire season to some great teams. What do you make of that game? I mean, are they they've got to be, I would think, favored to win that section.
Well, yeah, St. Augustine, the higher seed, the defending champion, but Notre Dame will certainly give them a test. I mean, they have a couple of Division I players. They're out of Mercer County. They've had an excellent season. They have an excellent basketball tradition. St. Augustine Prep kind of rolled over Red Bank Catholic in the first round. Travis Stoll with a big game for St. Augustine Prep. So, obviously, tonight, 6 o'clock out there, St. Augustine with the seniors, Austin Kennedy, Justin Mutz, a senior crew, a veteran crew out there. You would expect them to get through this game and get to the South Jersey final on Tuesday, but obviously Notre Dame is no gimme at all for the Hermits.
Mike, I get the feeling St. Augustine's kind of been playing this whole season to prove to people that they can win these types of big games and win titles without Saeed Nelson. Obviously, he was such a big part of their team the last 4 years. But I think they're kind of on a mission to say, hey, we got some other pretty good players here, too.
Yeah, I mean, they have brought that up. I mean, a couple of times. A lot of people, Austin Kennedy has referred to it. When you're a senior, as Kennedy and Justin Mutz are, you kind of take ownership of the team. So last year, Saeed was the only senior, and it was his team. This year, it's Austin Kennedy and Justin Mutz's turn, and the other seniors on the team. They've had a tremendous amount of success in the senior class at St. Augustine. They won 3 straight Cape Atlantic League titles. They're number 1 in South Jersey. They went to the South Jersey final as sophomores. They won a South Jersey and state title last year. So a lot of success, and obviously they're trying to cap it or go out, the right way and kind of put their signature on the program.
Talking with Mike McGarry of the Press of Atlantic City. Mike, I spoke last week with Kevin Minnick, your boy Minnick, about these sections, and we kind of both agreed that South Jersey Group 3 was the biggest toss-up section, and we're really seeing that play out. Mainland's the highest seed left at a 4 seed, and you have a 6 seed, an 8 seed, and a 10 seed still left in the semifinals.
Yeah, absolutely. But what you have today over at Mainland, and it's just perfect, and it often happens in Group 3, you've got a Mainland team that if they win today, they'll actually get to host that South Jersey final because they have a higher seed, as you mentioned, than the other semifinal, which is Triton and Timber Creek. So you've got a Mainland team that's facing a very hot Winslow Township team, a Winslow Township team that has won 8 out of 9 games, a Winslow Township team that, by the way, is coached by former Cedar Creek coach and Holy Spirit graduate Wayne Nelson. So Mainland has played well. They won their first 2 playoff games. Brandon Savage with a big game last Thursday night. But it's a Mainland team that's playing a very hot Winslow Township team. Like I said, a Winslow Township team that has won 8 of its last 9 games.
Now, Mike, was Wayne Nelson as smooth a talker when he was a high school athlete?
I believe he was. And a shooter also, Wayne Nelson, a great guy, took over the Winslow Township program. Kind of a little struggles at the start of the season, but like I said, 8 of 9 victories coming into today's game against Mainland. So the game is at home for Mainland, which, gives them an advantage. And Mainland has played just as well, but that's a meeting between two teams really playing at their best today, and that's what you want in the South Jersey semifinal.
Yeah, I know we've talked before and kind of agreed that the fate of the mainland basketball teams was going to rest on foul trouble, and if they could stay out of it, so far they've done pretty well in that department with Gabby Boggs and Kylie Watson staying out of foul trouble on the girls' side, Oshun Asuniye staying out of foul trouble on the boys' side. So I think that's always going to be a big key with these teams that rely so much on the inside game.
Right, and you bring up the girls, and the mainland girls are playing a Winslow girls team. It's almost a mirror image of that boys game because the Winslow girls have won 11 of their last 12 games. So it's a mainland team that's facing a very hot Winslow team also. So it's almost a mirror image, a pair of really hot Winslow teams coming to Linwood to play mainland teams that are also playing very well. So like you said, if mainland girls keep Kylie Watson and Gabby Boggs out of trouble, they should be all right. For the mainland boys, you got Ashuna Suni inside, but I also think another key, and you saw it the other night with Brandon Savage able to sink some threes. You saw it with John Marone in the Cape Atlantic League tournament game against Holy Spirit, and you see it with any team really this time of year. If you can make some timely perimeter jump shots, some timely perimeter three-pointers, it really goes a long way towards helping you win a basketball game this time of year.
Yeah, on the girls' side, we could be on a collision course between another meeting between Ocean City and Mainland.
Yeah, I mean, they split their two meetings earlier this year. Ocean City hosts Woodrow Wilson at 6 o'clock tonight in the other South Jersey Group 3 semifinal. It would be great for the area if those two teams can get through. But again, you have a Woodrow Wilson team that's a traditional girls basketball power, and you've got a Winslow Township girls team that's won 11 out of 12 coming to Linwood today. So no easy task for either Mainland or Ocean City.
Also on the girls' side, Mike, Middle Township, they really rebounded well from that loss in the Cape Atlantic League Tournament Championship game to Ocean City. They came in as the 1 seed in South Jersey Group 2, and they're going to be taking on Manchester in the championship game. That's a team that, they have the talent to get past this section and maybe even challenge for an overall state title.
Yeah, you got a Middle Township team that's kind of got a lot of seniors, and it's kind of been building towards this moment, for 4 years for their basketball career. I was at that game last night. Stories in the paper today, on the website, little video for people too. It's a Middle Township team that struggled to score. They really had a problem putting the ball in the basket for the first 3 quarters, and then Jenna Hurley with 6 points at a key spot in the fourth quarter gave them the little surge that they needed to beat Sterling 29-22 last night. And in Manchester, they'll be facing a team that beat Haddonfield, upset Haddonfield last night, and they'll be facing a talented, athletic team in Manchester. So, again, no easy task for the middle girls. But, again, it's a middle girls team that lost in the semifinals as sophomores on the road, lost in the semifinals last year on the road, and now as seniors get to play at home for a South Jersey title.
I'll tell you what, man, any kind of game you want to come up with, I'll take my chances with Bridget Ruski and Jenna Hurley.
Well, they just seem to be, again, they're not – it's funny you say that because John Leahy, the middle coach, talks about that all the time. I mean, they're just tough, good kids who are good athletes. I mean, Jenna Hurley might be a better field hockey player. Bridget Ruski is one of the top athletes in the state, standout soccer, basketball, lacrosse player, going to LaSalle for lacrosse. So basketball probably isn't either one of their primary sports. Yet Bridget Ruski was our press basketball player of the year last year. And Jenna Hurley has had an all-star type season for Middle Township. Seems like whenever they needed a big basket this year, she's gotten it for them. So those middle girls are just good, tough, hard-nosed kids who play defense and seem to make clutch shots. And that goes a long way this time of year.
Mike, going to be a fun weekend and a fun week next week, and we'll have to wait a couple of weeks to dive into some spring sports. We still got some winter stuff to take care of.
Well, it's about 20 degrees outside this morning when I woke up, so I think we can wait more than a couple of weeks. Where's that weather earlier in the week? I need the temperature back in the 60s before I start talking baseball.
There you go. All right, man. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday, Mike. We appreciate it.
All right, Sully. Anytime. See you later.
Thanks, bud.
Bye-bye.
That was Mike McGarry, Press Atlantic City. He's got a long day ahead of him. Going to be taking on a couple of basketball games. He's going to head down to Woodbury to see Wildwood, and then he's going to be off to Buena Vista Township to see St. Augustine